What's up, everybody? The Comics Noob here, or Ronan1011, or Chris. Either way, whatever. Welcome back to the Comics Noob podcast. With me, as always, is my boy AJ Dubs, Alec. What's up, man? What's up, man? Happy 4th of July, Alec.
Yeah, happy 4th of July to you too. It's Trump Day.
Yeah, yeah. Happy 4th, everybody. This is being recorded on the 4th of July, 2016. So whenever you listen to it, now you have a reference of when the fuck this was done. Anyway, what's up, guys? So check this out. We're going to jump right into this shit. Today we're going to talk about Green Arrow Rebirth #1, the actual #1 issue. And we're talking about Captain America #2 from Marvel, in case you didn't know. And we're also going to jab a little bit about Daredevil Punisher comic, The Seventh Circle, or whatever the fuck it's called. But it's the newest Daredevil Punisher comic, crossover, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about that. And maybe a couple other things, plus our stupid section, you should read bullshit. We'll talk about that. And yeah, that's it. So disclaimer, if you hear shit in the background, you hear people walking through my place or Alex's place or something. It's, again, 4th of July. There's some stuff going on outside. People are having a party. I'm drinking a beer. You know, Alex doing his thing. So fuck it, man. We're doing our thing. Happy 4th, everybody. Let's just keep this light and loose. Light and loose, loosey-goosey. All right. So let me just jump into let's see. Yeah, let's just jump right into that bullshit. What do you think, man?
What, Captain America first?
Nah, man. No, we're gonna do let's do Arrow first. All right. So let's just jump into fucking Green Arrow. Green Arrow #1. All right. So I got a bunch of notes for Green Arrow #1. All right. I hope you guys if you guys are paying attention to what's happening in Green Arrow #1. All right. So I'm going to start off by saying this fucking comic, if it's okay. There's a couple things I don't like about this comic, but then there's some things that I do like about this comic. Okay. I'm going to give the same commentary that I gave about the original, not the original, but the first Rebirth and the Rebirth one, where it's too lighthearted. And it's got and it's got too much quippy dialogue, right?
Yeah, there's like too many fucking one-liners. Like everyone's like shoots an arrow, say something snazzy. Like, why? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so yeah, it's really fucking quippy. And to be honest, it's like starting to kind of piss me off that it starts off cheesy, and then it just ramps up like and gets really violent. So yeah, I have
it's fucking weird. Like it like the beginnings are always like, why the hell am I still following this? And then the ends are like, holy shit, this is why.
Okay, so I'm glad that you feel the same way because I have such mixed feelings about this comic, which actually I guess is okay because fuck. So okay, so again guys, this is always spoilers. This is a spoiler podcast, whatever. So if you didn't read it, too bad, go read it. So you So, okay, what happened the last time is, from the Rebirth one, they found this ring of night dwellers, guys that live in the sewer, whatever, these assholes that are stealing homeless people, women, and children.
I think that this whole idea is
right. Like, it's a really dark idea, right? Like, right, and it's very, so
it's a very Batman thing to happen. Like this is something that would happen in the Batman world,
Yeah, good point. So that was the last issue. These people are selling homeless women and women and children to some fucking highest bidders of some bullshit. So it continues right away in this, and Green Arrow and Black Canary, joined by his sister Emmy, who at this point has already been trained as an assassin. With the, I don't know if I guess she's from the League of Assassins. I know the
League of Assassins.
She was from the League of Assassins. Yeah, she was.
League of Assassins.
Okay, so basically, she was trained. In the show, her father is Malcolm Merlin, and he's an assassin from the League of Assassins, and he trains her in the ways of the the League and this and that. And so so apparently his sister is she's they don't say it in this comic, but being that Shadow shows up and is her mother, and Shadow is from the League of Assassins. She's an assassin from there. So again, I don't know what they're doing from the TV show to the previous comics. I don't know. So basically, it has something to do with the League of Assassins. And yeah, dude. So they're really okay. So I guess this is gonna be their MO, like how they're gonna do it. Like this is gonna be the trend of every issue where it's going to be all lighthearted and quippy and sexy because, you know, they're fucking and shit.
Well,
And
you know what this thing? You know what I feel like this is? And like it was said that like the comics were gonna start to be written like the shows. You know, Batman's gonna have like a Gotham vibe
because they
and
want him.
Flash is gonna be like the Flash. Green Arrow's gonna be like Arrow, and I feel like that is something that a TV show would do. Like it starts off slow, and then the second half of the episode is exciting. You know, like that seems to be the way that like episodes of a show play out.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Because they usually don't start out exciting. I mean, at least I feel like Flash doesn't. I started watching Flash and I actually like it a lot. But you know, it starts out like this, like, you know, kind of lighthearted. Like,
and then it's got some crazy shit going. Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy shit happens.
And look, that's the only reason why I'm sticking. I'll stick with. I'm gonna stick with this shit because it's really, it ramps the fuck up. So in the end of this, so they figure out what's going on. They you know, they're basically paying off the cops and shit to get information, and they're doing their thing and everything. And what happens is, at the end, like this, he gets fucking betrayed by his fucking sister. Shadow shows up. He gets betrayed by his sister. He gets like 7 fucking arrows shot in him, and he's basically fucking. He's done. He's like fucking done. Oh, it's also kind of dumb. The fucking. I gotta say, the goddamn relationship. So they're banging, him and Canary, and she's like, "Yeah, but you don't know me." So this bitch is
out of
basically
nowhere,
like,
I
"I'm
was
just
like,
gonna fuck
whoa.
you and then just be done." But
Yeah.
you don't know me.
Yeah, it was setting up to be like this. Holy shit, they're gonna fall in love, and then out of nowhere, she's like, "You don't know me, back the fuck up." And I was like, "What?"
Right.
Like, why be like that? What
Exactly.
That shit?
So that's
Like,
whatever.
games.
That's, I mean, but again, you're right. You're absolutely right, dude. It's becoming, and this is where I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but you're right. It is becoming very CW, and I don't know if I necessarily like that. Again, I'm a fucking huge fan of Smallville. I really like Arrow. I'm getting into the Flash, but I still don't know if I'm gonna want my comics to be like a fucking CW show.
I think that's the whole point of having comics. Still, is the fact that they're different.
And they don't have to go by any fucking specific thing. So,
and like, I watched the first episode of Flash, and it was the first issue of the Flash Rebirth.
Oh, basically,
it was the same fucking thing,
right?
And I was, what the fuck? Like, I mean, it didn't necessarily stay the same, but still, you know, I was like, man, I can really see like,
right,
you know, what they're doing here. The same with like Arrow and stuff.
Yeah,
like, you know, read the New 52 Green Arrow and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So, which I feel like I want to go back and read the New 52, even though they're all like, fuck the 52, it sucked, we know we fucked up, don't worry about it, here's Rebirth. But so let's
the New 52 was awesome, man. I don't know why.
But they fucked. Listen, they took everything away from. They left. They just went too much. They did too much. No one knew what anyone else was doing, and they just fucking went off rails. Is basically what happened. And a lot of things that I'm listening to. A lot of things that I'm listening to are a lot of the artists and the writers of the stuff of the New 52 stuff, different characters. They're all just like, yeah, no one knew what was going on. We kind of just like did our own thing, and it is what it is. So you know what I'm saying. So let's just move on, and I'll tell you what I did like about it. I did like that they revealed the villain right away, which was this guy that's his the guy that's running the company for him, you know, as a CEO.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man.
Yeah, so whatever this fucking douchebag's name, I don't really give a shit. Who cares what this guy's name is? But yeah, I'm just kind of glad that they showed this guy, and he's like, yeah, just whatever, he's here, let's fuck this guy up. And then at the end, the last fucking few pages are just like more than a few pages, like the last fucking 10 pages, some shit. It's just like he's just getting fucking riddled with arrows, and his sister shows up, and Shadow shows up, and he's like,
sorry,
what
this was heart wrenching, man.
Oh, it was crazy.
I was like,
he's fighting
my God.
Shadow, and he's telling his sister to run, and she's like, fuck you, done. He's where have you been, mother? I've been waiting such a long time. So Shadow shows up, and it's her fucking mom, right? Emmy's mom, and I'm like, fuck, man. So I kind of like that. So okay, look, it's getting very CW. I'm gonna continue reading it because I'd like to see, because I'm kind of interested in the story. I'm kind of interested in seeing what they're doing with all this shit. And yeah, man, it's like I said, if that's gonna be the trend, then I guess we'll get used to it, and we have no choice. It's either keep reading or don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but you gotta like how it does get real dark real quick. So it's got this, you know, like weird shit, stupid like high school shit in the beginning, and then it fucking, you know. But you know what though? All right. I'm being really harsh about it, but it's basically.
I mean, it sucks, but I'll stick with it. You know, like I'll
because
still deal with
because it does that. Because it does that. It gives you some crazy fucking shit at the fucking end of the comic where you're like, oh fuck. Because now I'm like, well, what the fuck's gonna happen? I mean, obviously he's not gonna die, but who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? You know. So,
yeah, right. I mean,
so I'm definitely down with.
Could you imagine if they just killed him right now? New Green Arrow person, like taking up the mantle.
Yeah, that'd be like, what the fucking shit,
Fucking
dude.
first issue in, dead. Like what?
Fucking dead. I know.
That'd be crazy. I mean,
know.
that'd be interesting though. You know.
Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah. So like I said, I'm definitely gonna keep reading. It's fine. If it was like getting really dumb and like they didn't do shit like that, like ramp it up at the end, I'd be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to fucking deal with it. But I'm liking it. I am liking it. I'm gonna stick with it. So that being said, I hope you guys are liking it. Let us know what you guys think. You know, if you guys are liking it or where you think it might go, or if it's following anything that's already been happened before. I don't fucking know. Just let us know, whatever, and that's it. So that's that. Let's why don't we do this? Let's fucking move on to Captain America, man. Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Captain America issue number 2. Yeah, so again, following, I mean, if they're not following suit, but same type of situation where you have, let's give the fucking story right away. Okay, so I like that. I like that right away. We're in the second issue and they're telling us why he fucking went ahead and said, hey, you know, Hail Hydra. No, he said, hey guys, by the way, Hail Hydra. No, that's not what he fucking said, but you know what I mean. So
basically,
that's what he said. He threw the fucking. He's like, "Hey, Jack Flag, go to fucking shit, go to hell, throw you out, Hell Hydra, motherfucker."
You and your Funky Bunch.
Yeah,
records.
go in your fucking Marky Mark songs. So anyway, yeah, yeah. So okay, so we know why. We get it. We know why. So I have a bunch of shit that I want to say about this particular issue and where they're going with the story. Overall, I'm digging it. I really like it. I think it's cool. I will say I have no idea what happened with, like, I know he lost his powers and he got old, but now, and then I did hear that obviously he got his powers back and they made him younger, but I don't know if that happened in a different comic. I don't know if that was something that happened in a different comic or or we saw it here. I don't know, but apparently it already happened, and now it happened in this. We got to see it, is basically what I'm trying to say. So we got to see him get his powers back. Again, I don't know if we got to see it in a different comic, but they're showing it to us here.
I think it did. I think it happened in another comic, but I didn't.
Before this one, obviously.
Yeah, but didn't he like supposedly die or something like that? Because I mean, like, there's also the other Captain America, the Sam Wilson one.
Well, no. Well, what happened was he got old. He lost his powers.
He
lost his powers and got old, and the age caught up with him. His age caught up with him. He lost his powers. Age caught up with him, and then Sam Wilson became Captain America, and he's still Captain America. He's Sam Wilson, Captain America.
That's still happening. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's still Captain America. Meanwhile, Steve Rogers came back, and now he's Captain America again. But that's why they gave him that original shield, which is hilarious because if you know any history about Captain America, the original Captain America had that coat of arms looking shield, that pointy kite shield, all right, or that mini kite shield, I like to call it, all right.
Which I like that one. That one is awesome.
So he had that in his first issue or second issue, whatever, right? And another comic book company at the time, I forget who, had a character like Captain America with a shield like that, and they said you can't use that because we had it first. So they were like, well, fine, fuck you, we'll make it round. And so for all of these years, it's been round because of that particular thing. Now, obviously, whatever company that was is basically out of fucking business. And they're like, well, guess what, motherfuckers? We're doing that now. Okay, I don't know if that's the actual thing what happened, but obviously they're making fucking tons of money. They either bought out the idea or they just were like, well, listen, you're not even in fucking print anymore, so we're going to do it. I don't know. You guys can let us know. So, like I said, I really like this one. I'm glad we got to see it here. I want to talk about the fucking... Well, all right, a couple things. One, I want to talk about Kubrick. I believe is her name. Really cool concept. That it manifested the shards of the cube thing manifested
Yeah.
into a little girl.
It was a little out there, but it was cool. I liked it. It was solid.
But
got
I
no
liked it. I
complaints
liked
with
it, and
couldn't say nothing.
what the hell's the guy's name? Selvig, Eric. What's his name? You know, the guy from Thor. I know him as the Doctor from Thor.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking really cool, man. I like how she was telling him, he's like spouting all this bullshit, like, I'm not doing it, I don't want to do it, blah blah blah, I'm not doing it. She's like, yeah, well, how about this? And he's like, oh shit, you know? He's like, oh yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, I got it, I'm in it, I got it, I'll do it, I'm all yours, I'll work on it. So I thought that was pretty funny. It was pretty cool. And I'm liking Maria Hill. I don't know why. You know, I like that they're using Maria Hill, and this is what it is. I like it. You know. And okay, so all right, so we like Kubrick. We like the idea of being a little girl, and
You see Red Skull's like daughter.
yeah. Okay, so that's my next thing. So let's move on. Red Skull. First of all,
Yeah.
Red Skull has fucking Professor X's fucking powers. Okay. And
With this cube now, right? Like, I mean, it's all because of the.
well, he
cube,
took
pretty
it,
much,
right? I believe he said he took. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong.
Ain't it
here.
because the shards like blew up in his face or some shit?
Something, but I'm pretty sure he said something about he took
happened
it.
to his ass?
He took Professor
Am I
X's
totally
power.
off by that?
Yeah.
I
So
thought I
either
was.
way, he makes these motherfuckers kill themselves, which is crazy. This guy's just insane. I love it.
Oh man.
And his daughter, like, okay, so I basically, this was something I did want to talk about too. I did know, I kind of knew he had a daughter, but I didn't, I guess, or like I had an idea, like I guess I kind of knew because I was like, I wasn't surprised when I saw that he had a daughter, but
I mean, I don't know if it's like a big story aspect. Or
I
if
don't
it's
know.
just-
She's kind of hot. She's a redhead. It's kind of cool. Gave her fucking face back, and then we didn't
She's
see
a
anything else.
redhead. Are you kidding me? She's a redhead. Is that a joke because her head was red and she was bald? And looked
Oh,
like a
maybe. Yeah,
fucking
you know what?
Red
I didn't
Skull?
even see that. I didn't even see
Oh
that.
my god.
But okay, so the little
What
girl
the hell?
shows up, and so this, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, and this guy's like taking advantage of this little girl, right? And reading her fucking bedtime stories and basically fucking programming her, right? Like the scene where he's like laying in bed and they have a little, it's got a little
Yeah,
high.
he's a sick fuck. Like
He's fucking. I really like him actually.
Yeah, dude, he's a really good villain. Like he's good for Captain America because Captain America is so like you know, so proud and shit. So like he's like a really good villain for him.
I really
don't
like
know.
it. Yeah, it's
This
really
is like gonna be interesting now seeing Hydra Captain America.
okay. Yeah, so
Which we didn't see here. Now we have to wait another month to see like what he's actually gonna be like.
you know, I'll talk about that in a second. The whole month and bi-weekly thing. But yeah, so
Or bi-weekly, whatever it is.
yeah, so I mean, well, no, it's a month. It's monthly.
This is
because
a month?
it's-
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
is see. I'm all right. So I'm spoiled by DC Rebirth because they come out every 2 weeks. Okay.
No, see, wait a minute. I was spoiled by fucking Batman Eternal because that was the first comics series that I started following, and it came out weekly.
Oh shit! Really?
Every single fucking week there was an issue, and I was like, "This is fucking perfect." And then nothing else that I ever read ever after that came out like that.
So it's
And I
fucking
was
crazy.
I was like, "What the fuck is going on here? Like, why can't they all just be like this one?"
Right.
And that's why it was so hard to follow everything else because they all come out of these sporadic ass days.
Really, but really, they come out every month, but they come out on different days every month, and that's the whole thing. So anyway, back to Captain America. So again, so we see her. She's like this. So this girl, Kobik. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. God. Okay, I just realized I said it wrong. Kobik. I say Kobik. She teleports Red Skull to the doctor, and he sees that she's already reprogrammed him. Like, that's just fucking insane, dude. And then it gets fucking really, really crazy after that because she gave Selvig all these memories that didn't actually happen but are real to him. And the Red Skull, there's a scene of there's a shot of the Red Skull holding his fucking head, Eric's head, and reading his memories and seeing that he has all these, that he was a Hydra fucking scientist. so fucking crazy that she did that shit. And she's like, yeah, it's fucking exactly what I did.
I
You
really
know?
feel like I've seen this shit before, like this concept before, and I don't know where, like putting memories in someone's head that aren't real but that feels real to them.
Please, I've fucking probably done it everywhere. Oh no, I'm out of beer, damn it. Uh, so, and then the whole thing where she's like, listen, he's like, listen, we're gonna give them a fucking, this Pleasant Hill initiative, and they're gonna just fucking give it a thumbs up, and it is gonna be what it is. And like, he just knows, like, this is what's gonna happen. Like, it was just fucking perfect, man, you know? It was just fucking perfect. And then Captain America's all old and shit, and I like that suit, though, the suit that he has on. I think it's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's perfect for the old Captain America. Yeah.
And he's like making fun of fucking Zemo, and I don't know who the character is that looks like fucking Kano from Mortal Kombat. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. He's pretty cool looking. So they make this whole thing where they put all the villains in this fucking Pleasant Hill. It's called Pleasant Hill Initiative, right? So this town called Pleasant Hill. Like, what the fuck did he think? And fucking Zemo. First of all, Zemo looks like Cobra Commander to me. It just does. Right, so all this shit goes down. I just really like that he knew like all this shit was gonna go down, and he shows up. His redheaded daughter flies him over here, right? And he's
redheaded daughter,
his
yeah,
redheaded
definitely.
daughter, and he fucking pretends to be some fucking like pastor and stuff. Like, it was just really cool how this was basically like Red Skull. This whole comic this was like Red Skull numbered 1 or something. Like, it was fucking cool, man. I just really enjoyed him doing that. You have old Steve Rogers, and then you go ahead and you see how he fucking turns him into fucking first of all, he fights Crossbones, which is fucking cool. Right? He's fucking fight. Oh my god, and he hits him with a bowling ball in the face. That's crazy.
That's the Bane looking guy, right?
Yeah. That's Crossbones. He fucking beats Steve's ass. He's literally beating him to death. And then Red Skull's like, well, we got him. You know, she'll make him fucking Hydra. And he fucking comes up and he's fucking young again and he's all like, and then fucking Winter Soldier and Sam come out and he's like, oh shit, look at you. And he's just like, oh.
I like Sam's suit, by the way. That's
Sam's fucking suit is dope. Yeah. It matches his suit, to be honest with you. Well, the suit that he's kind of wearing, it kind of matches the newer one that he's wearing, that one piece,
but it's like
white.
It's like his own thing, though. You know, I like.
Plus, he's got the wings.
Not...
He's still fucking Falcon, though. I fucking love that shit.
Oh yeah, he does.
You know, and so it looks like the next one is Captain America, right? And then you see fucking Red Skull and Zemo about to fucking punch each other or something. So, you know, I don't know. Red Skull's probably just gonna beat Zemo's fucking ass. But I mean, okay, so there, you got your fucking answer, everyone, all right?
He does look like Cobra Commander.
He does, doesn't he? I'm telling you, man. You make that blue, he's fucking Cobra Commander.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, fuck it, man. Like, I like it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. And, you know, people were so mad and bullshit and I said, you know, a bunch of podcasts, you know, a bunch of creators like Dan Burgess and fucking even like Tom King and like a whole bunch of other fucking writers I was listening to on podcasts were just like, God, you know, wait till the next fucking issue, man. Like, calm down. Like, if you're gonna like it, you're gonna like it. If you're not, you're not. Don't read it. Don't spend your money. Don't fucking, you know.
Yeah, people are ridiculous, man.
Like there's so much shit out there. Don't worry about it.
And, you know, it doesn't matter what industry, too. Like movies, games, fucking everything. Like comics, books, everything. Like, it doesn't matter. People.
Yeah, look,
nothing is ever enough for anybody.
Right,
ever,
and listen.
Ever.
You got to get over the fact that it's going to be exactly like you want it to be, or it's going to be exactly like the source material. Mm-hmm. All right.
Or like how fast something happens, you know, like you don't know what certain things have to go through to come out a certain way. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit is like a huge process, like in music, getting licenses for clips and shit like that, you know, like.
Yeah, dude, it's like, you know, people. It's funny because I listen to
they act like everything is just so easy, you know, like if they say, hey, we want this, you say, oh, here you go. Like, you can't, like there's a process to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, and I was listening to the At Midnight the Nerdist podcast, Chris Hardwick, and it's an older one. It was like beginning of June podcast with Robert Kirkman, and talking about how he's still getting flack for the season finale of Walking Dead and shit. And he's like, look, you know, he's like, the stuff the stuff that they're pulling those plot points from is shit I wrote 7 years ago. You know, he's like, or there'll be like a scene from 7 years ago. He's like, I don't remember what I was trying to do then. He goes, I'll go back and read it and I'll be like, what the hell is this? Why would I do this? Or, you know what I mean? So it's like, especially like from a comic to a TV show or type of thing, or a comic to a movie. That shit was written a long time ago. And even the creators, you know, they know it's got to be accessible to not only a very specific audience. Obviously, you have to make it more accessible to more people so it can make the money you want from it. But there's also other ideas to be explored. And now, I used to be someone that used to be like, no, I want it exactly fucking like the source material because the source material was so good, I want to see that live, basically. But I'm realizing, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to have a different interpretation and to expand on it. And I'll use Robert Kirkman as an example again. He wrote the comic Outcast, right? There's a comic called Outcast about demonic possession and shit. And he has, and Cinemax has just started his, you know, a run on the show. Like they created a show for it. But he's technically writing it at the same time. So he's writing the comic and the show at the same time. And he says, if I'm writing a scene for the comic and I don't have the ability to put in everything I want to, he goes, I'll put it in the fucking show. So I think that's awesome. And it's like, you know, it just expands. Now, granted, sometimes the live action shit doesn't live up to what's in the comic or whatever the source material is. And I get that. And that's fine. And that's fucking fine. But still, it's like,
I mean,
let it be.
Nothing live action is ever going to live up to it. No movies are ever going to be the actual story, okay? They get written differently for Hollywood for certain reasons to appeal to different crowds and stuff like that. Like, you know, like when they write love stories into shit that there shouldn't be love stories in. Like, you know,
because you have to appeal to fucking
exactly.
Everyone's got to have.
It's for Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's different.
and I don't
if you
like
want the comic book feel, you read the fucking comics.
Exactly.
I mean, if you watch the movie and you see that it looks like a lot like the comic book, like it has that same feel, then that's a bonus. That's a plus. Like, that's awesome. Run with that, but don't expect that out of everything. That's not going to happen. Like, if you really want to know the characters on a comic book level, you read the fucking comic. What are you waiting for?
Exactly. And look, if you saw, look at like X-Men is a really good example, and you know, Avengers did a good job, because if my point is, if you see a fucking spandex wearing, you know, costume character in a live action movie, it's going to be kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm still surprised that they actually kept Captain America in a costume.
To be totally honest, though, Civil War was like nothing was cheesy about that.
No, it was fucking
nothing.
dope.
Nothing.
It was, look,
no one's costumes,
it had its plot
nothing.
points.
Everyone's
issues,
standing there and fucking spandex.
Oh, it was
and
fucking
shit.
great, man.
Nothing was weird. Everything was like straight up all badass. Like, that movie was fucking great.
It was fucking great. I know. It really was.
Wait to watch that again.
It really was. I mean, say what you will about it being the source material, but you know what? They have their own thing going on in the movies, and it was leading up to that, and it was perfect. You can't look at those movies, the Marvel movies, and compare them to the comics. Let them just be what they're going to be. Enjoy it as an alternate universe of your favorite characters or whatever, and just enjoy the shit out of them. Because look, I don't care. To me, Marvel Studios is going to do it right regardless. I don't give a fuck. Say what the fuck you want. I don't care. To me, they're going to do it right. Do they have stupid plot points, misses and hits here? Yeah, sure, of course. But that's every movie. Every movie's going to be like, what the fuck? Listen, if you've never tried to make a fucking movie before, you don't know how fucking hard it is, all right? It's not easy to keep that shit straight. Some people do it better than others. And yes, they hire people to keep that shit on point.
No sort of entertainment is as easy as everyone thinks.
It's never
like,
gonna.
Everyone's always like, "Oh, why don't they just do this?" Like, because there's reasons.
Because there's a lot. There's so much.
You don't think they didn't think of that? Like that obvious shit? You don't think they didn't think of that?
These
shit
people
already?
are fucking smart. Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
yes, there are some idiots that make
first
shitty
shit that
things.
they thought of, you know, like.
Right.
But you can't. There's tons of reasons you can't do things that everybody wants you to.
So anyway, it's like, let it fucking be. Enjoy it for what it is. The Arrow and Flash TV shows, Supergirl, let them fucking be. They are what they are. Look, you're getting it live action. Fucking deal. They're going to do the best they can to keep it as tight as they can or as close to the source material. And here's the problem. It's either you want the character to be the same character from a specific comic, or you want plot points from the history of the character. Both of those things have really hard. They're really hard cases to deal with because in the case of the character, you have how many times has the Flash been written by how many writers, or Wolverine, or Captain America, or Batman, or Superman. There are too many fucking iterations of these characters. These people have to pick one that they think is the most accessible to audiences.
You know what I want to see? You know what I really want to see? Are you familiar with Elseworlds?
Okay, so I know very little about it. I know basically it was an initiative to bring like Candor. It had to do with like Superman's world, right?
No. Elseworlds was a series of comics that put superheroes in environments that were or time periods and time periods.
Is that okay? All right. Well, they did something with fucking Kryptonians and
oh
shit.
yeah. They did tons of shit, but like the Batman ones, they had Gotham by Gaslight. It was like a steampunk universe.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
I have an old Western one where he's like a cowboy and Robin.
Yeah, I want to check those out because those seem like what are they one shots or is it part of like a small series?
Yeah, no one shots.
Yeah, I want to check those out because those are fun, man.
I want to make movies of that.
Yeah, see, that would be how fucking cool would that be, man?
I'm done seeing that his fucking parents were shot. I don't care. Put Batman in some old Western time shit, riding a horse and shit. Right. That'd be fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, dude, that would be. I think that'd be fucking amazing.
Like, what if he was in what if you saw a whole movie where it was all like a whole fucking wacky steampunk universe, all dark and weird and shit, and it's fucking like Batman? Like, why can't they make something different? Everything's always got to be the origin story and then, you know, other stuff that happened afterwards with the same villains. Like, change it up. In the Gotham by Gaslight shit, Joker was a big fat ass butcher. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Fuck, really?
Like, put that in a movie. Make a movie of that.
Yeah, why not? And you know what? I mean, I think DC would do a hell of a lot better than trying to conjoin all their fucking appendages into the bullshit that they're trying to do now. Like, you know what I mean?
This right here is one of those things that you look at and you're like, why? Like, really, why haven't they thought of this? Like, because I feel like this is something that they really haven't thought of, you know, because those comics aren't widely known on a large basis.
Right.
But I feel like that doesn't matter. I feel like it'd still just be cool.
Right. I absolutely agree. So I mean, let's just switch gears for a second. Are they No, you know what? That's not what I wanted to say. I was gonna say we could. I was gonna say, when does Wacky? That's what I want to know. When does like the next Wacky come out? I don't even know. Wacky Race.
Dude, I don't know, but I
see
can't
because they're monthly fucking things, and I'm caught up in all these things. So listen, why don't we just go into You Should Read? Let's just go into You Should Read right now. Let's just go into that. I really liked our little conversation about source material translation. Really good shit. I hadn't planned on that, and it was great. So let's go into what you should read real quick because I'm just thinking about this gas, these Elseworlds world shit, and I think I want to get some of those and check them out. We could talk about those. We were going to talk about Daredevil Punisher, but why don't we save that to the next step? All right, because you didn't finish it yet, right? So we could let's talk about Daredevil Punisher next time, or you want to talk about it now?
No, we can do it next time. Let's do it next time. It'll probably be a while, and like you've read more of it than I have, so it wouldn't really be a full thing, you know.
All right, that's cool. Let's all right, so and I've already created the image to fucking promote this episode too. And that's in there. Anyway, okay, so let's go into You Should Read. Let's say it's all right, so I started. If you guys are watching the show Preacher, I started the first bunch of issues for Preacher, and I'm fucking loving it, dude. And I've been texting you all week about it. You got to read. I'm gonna give them to you. You got to read Preacher.
There's a lot of issues of that, right?
Oh, there's 66 issues plus 4 books for like not trades, but for like not standalones, but like graphic novel type, like special event type things. Really cool. And dude, if you're not watching the show, watch the fucking show. It's really fucking cool. It's really cool, and they're translating it pretty well to screen. I'm gonna be honest. The comic is just so cool. So cool, different kind of story than the
It's fucked
superhero
up,
shit.
right?
Oh,
I
it's
wanna
so
see it.
fucked up, but it's so cool. I really like it. I'm just really enjoying the show and the comic, and I just can't say enough about it. It's such a fucking cool thing. You know what I mean? Um, Another thing that I started reading was so I listened to Dan Burgess, who's writing Action Comics for the DC Rebirth section of Action Comics, starting at 957. And you guys know I'm reading Superman, and the next week, Superman 2 comes out next week with Batman 2 and Green Arrow 2, and I'm really enjoying the Superman comic. And I started reading. I read 957 and 958 of Action Comics. Fucking really cool, man. And it tie and I didn't.
Action Comics.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't gonna tie in, but it does tie in to the Superman, and I just really enjoy it because it's dude, he's fighting fucking Doomsday again, and as you know, this Superman in Action Comics and in the Superman comic, both Rebirth, okay, versions of these comics, they're the same Superman who is the old Superman, the original Superman who was killed by Doomsday and resurrected. So it's him again, which is crazy because I read Superman comics up to the death of Superman, and then I didn't read after that. I don't know why. Maybe I did one or two like after that. So I don't but I still don't really know what the fuck happened to him after that. And then I pick it up again with him, which is really interesting for me because I'm like, it's kind of like I never left, which is really fucking cool. So that being said, Action Comics, dude, Lex Luthor takes on the mantle of Superman wearing that universe's Superman's cape with the black S on the back. He takes the mantle of Superman. The original Superman comes and is like, well, no, I'm Superman. I'm the one that fought Doomsday. Fucking Doomsday shows up. He's in the second issue. They're fucking fighting Doomsday. It's fucking insane, dude. Not only that, as they're fighting, fucking Clark Kent comes and is standing next to Jimmy Olsen. Like, what the fuck? And Jimmy's like, Clark, what the fuck? And he's like, I had to do what I had to do, Jimmy. I had to do what I had to do to survive. Meanwhile, Superman's like looking down like, why the fuck is there Clark Kent? And not only that, you have Lois Lane and his son John. Well, now she's Lois Kent. Actually, they're called the Smiths now because they came from a different universe and they're trying to protect their identities. So Lois and his son John are watching this on TV and they're like, who the fuck is that Clark Kent? So we have no idea what the fuck is happening. I have no idea who this Clark Kent is. Lex thinks he's fucking Superman. And it's like, it's just fucking insane. So really, it's really fucking cool. I really fucking enjoy it. That sounds like a bunch
of confusing Superman bullshit.
Yeah, but it's done to a point. It's done well enough that you're very intrigued, but at the same time, you're not like, I don't know what's going. It's like, you know what? Just sit down, enjoy the fucking ride, deal with it.
I mean, it's interesting enough to make me have interest in Detective Comics, maybe, because I know that.
Well, that's the other thing. I don't know
that those are at least formidable series still. I didn't know if they were just like, all right, already, why are you still going, or if they were just like actually good.
Right. So now I don't know.
Being 900 and something issues, I'm like, hey, I got a lot to catch up on. I don't know if I should buy them.
I would start at the Rebirth.
Yeah, I mean, if it restarted, then I'll do it.
Well, I don't think it restarted. I think it might just be basically continuing, but it's gonna. And now I'm thinking, is it gonna tie? Is Detective Comics gonna tie into the Batman Rebirth? So I don't fucking know. Let's just basically see what the fuck goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's just see what the fuck happens. So anyway, yeah. So that's basically. Is there anything that you're reading that you think I should fucking that me or the listeners should get into?
To be honest, at the moment, not really. I mean, the only thing that I'm reading that is really cool, I did already say this to you, was it's a certain arc from the New 52 Batman called, I think it's 0 Year, and like. I think it's basically like the Riddler like blows up fucking part of Gotham and shit's just going fucking wild. Shit. And it's another Batman origin story, but it's like it's like volume 4 and 5 or some shit of the New 52 Batman. I don't know if you were gonna read that. But
the New 52. I mean, eventually.
It's really good. There's a lot of separate arcs in it. This one in particular is really good. His suit looks really cool. It's reminiscent of the original one with like the purple gloves and shit like that. It's interesting. I like it. I definitely like it. I got it as a present for my birthday, but I'm only like halfway through it.
Yeah.
So I don't really know like the climax of what's actually happening. I've only just seen, because basically Bruce Wayne started out instead of it's like it plays off the Red Hood origin story and of like the Joker, and fucking basically
What are you grabbing it?
Bruce Wayne. No. It's across the room. I wish I could grab it, but the chair's fucking really loud. But Bruce Wayne starts out instead of Batman as somebody who has like really realistic fucking masks that he wears, and that he just looks like other human beings, and he just like goes around and he fights against the Red Hood and shit, and then he like he eventually comes up with the idea for Batman, and like there's all this other bullshit going on, but it's like it's really good, and like it's a little confusing because I'm thinking like what happened before this in the New 52, because it's like halfway through it. So what happened before this to make it like another origin story, like to just all reset like this?
But see, but that's my point. That's what they did. They kind of just went off the fucking rails with the New 52. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know what the fuck they did, So, but all right, cool, man. That's cool. So yeah, so definitely got to check that out. So next episode, let's talk about Daredevil Punisher. You'll probably have it finished by then. And we got Batman, Superman, and Green Arrow that we're gonna fuck with, and anything else that we're looking at. I'm gonna get also into Dark Knight 2, so I can get into Dark Knight 3.
Yeah, just breeze on through it. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna get through it. I'll get through it as quick as I can. In the meantime,
like,
reading
I wish you didn't.
Preacher.
I wish you didn't see reviews of it or anything before you read it.
I didn't really see reviews. Too. I just heard that it was just weird. It just wasn't. It was like a departure, and it is whatever. But I still want to read it.
Just read it with an open mind. It's good. It's good. It's okay, especially because you see like the weird abstract drawing style and shit of the Dark Knight Returns, but how it complemented the story, like the tone of the story and what was happening. But there's parts of Dark Knight Strikes Again that literally looks like they're just floating in space. Like it's just like, a fucking colored background and there's just like characters there. Like it's really stripped down, like bare bones type of art style. That's like really weird and kind of like sometimes even a little hard to understand to like really see what's going on. But I mean, it's not. I don't think it's bad. I think to be honest, it was done on purpose. I think that's the whole point of it. I think it also that even more exaggerated art style complements the story. But I mean, I don't know. Not everybody sees it like that.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know when I get into it. So all right. So what else? Last but not least, we both got our tickets for Comic-Con in October. New York ComicCon 2016 in the city. So if you don't know, Alec and I, we live like an hour outside New York City. That's how close we are to New York City. So we're basically a car ride or a train ride in. And so we both got our tickets. We're going to be there on Sunday, October. October, what the fuck date is that? The 9th? The 9th? I think the 9th.
I have no idea.
But so that's gonna be fucking fun, man. I can't wait because the
9th. What do you go for? You go to meet people, right? I mean, I don't really.
If there's someone to meet, last year I went and we sat in on a bunch of panels, which was awesome. We sat in on the DC panel with like the Flash and the Tomorrow people. What's it called? The other show with Canary and the time traveling one with those guys. I can never remember the name. Heroes of Tomorrow or some shit like that. I don't know. Sat in on that. We also sat in on the Minority Report panel, which was really cool.
I saw Chris Hardwick and fucking Ed Norton and Michael Keaton, and they were talking.
Oh, when you were there?
Birdman.
For Birdman? Yeah, nice. Yeah. That was a year before you went, right?
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really fucking cool.
So this year, and then I met The Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy, right? Remember that the 80s movie? Fucking dope ass movie, man. So I met Bruce Leroy. I met him. I got a picture with him. He was fucking cool. If you guys want to see that,
but it's like $60 per like picture. And shit,
nah, that guy wasn't. That guy wasn't. I forget how much it was, but it didn't matter. I was like, dude, that guy's fucking awesome, man. I love that movie. And he was just there doing his thing, and I was talking to him and shit, and it was cool. I got a picture with him, and last year my wife and I dressed up as Tina and Jimmy Jr. from Bob's Burgers. This year we're gonna go as Jesse Custer and Tulip from Preacher, but I think from the TV show version of the Preacher, I'm gonna dye my hair and beard black, and I'm gonna wear all the shit, and she's gonna, do whatever she's gonna do to look like the one from the show. And so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna be dressed up. That's gonna be fucking fun. And I kind of have an in with Scott Snyder, who writes Batman, Swamp Thing, American Vampire. Like, you guys know Scott Snyder. My sister's boyfriend's mother cleans his house. So, and not only that, I deliver mail to him. He if you guys don't know, I'm a mailman. He lives in the town I deliver mail in. So I've got like these two connections to him. So I'm definitely I'm probably gonna end up, meeting him and talking to him and just chilling with him for a minute or whatever over there. So I'm excited about that. So I'm just really fucking excited. New York ComicCon, October 9th, 2016. Me and Alec are gonna be there. I go for the pops.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna buy. I might buy a couple of pops myself. Are they good prices there, or are they like over fucking priced?
I mean, everything at Comic-Con is overpriced, to be honest with you.
Simply
but
because
dude,
of the.
You get these. If you get a Comic-Con exclusive pop, you're looking at like literally it's thousands of dollars worth.
Nah,
like
well,
one. It's like fucking ridiculous.
I'm not about to spend $1,000 on a pop, but
no. I'm saying after Comic-Con to get that pop again, because they're never made again after that. So that is worth that much money. I'm saying. But
I hear you.
You might have to pay, like $40, which is like holy shit. But it's like it'll be like $2,000 after fucking Comic-Con.
True.
True. And no one will ever see it again. So it depends what it's worth to you.
Yeah.
Like from a collector's standpoint, you know what I mean?
I gotcha. And what's funny? I don't open my pops. They're in the box still. I don't know why. I feel like I don't want to open them. I want to leave them in the box.
I usually always open them once and then I keep them in the box because that's like the best way to like store them. Like,
I don't know. I might open them. I don't know. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
so
I have like a whole corner of my room.
So yeah, dude. Yeah. So guys, follow us on Instagram, TheComicsNoob, and me and Alec post a bunch of shit up there with the different pops we get, and I'm gonna put up some of my pops. I don't have many right now, but I have some cool ones. I'm looking to get more. Alec gets all the real good ones. And follow us on Instagram, please. Check us out. If you're listening to us on iTunes, thank you. If you're on YouTube, thank you. Or if you're on Soundcloud, thank you. Those are the three major places I'm going. We're also on Tumblr, TheComicsNoob, and we're on Twitter, @TheComicsNoob. Please send us a shout-out. Tell us you like what we're doing. If not, tell us we suck. Give us some information. School us on some stuff. Please get in contact with us. That's awesome. I'd love to. If we start getting people that get in contact with us, I will just start reading shit out on the fucking podcast. So if you have questions or anything, or you want to make a comment, let me know. Yeah, and we'll do it, cool.
I would love to answer questions. That'd be awesome.
And last but not least, I'm looking at the checklist for the comics coming out this July. And coming up in a couple days is I'm going to be reading Batman #2, Green Arrow #2, Superman #2, and we got Justice League Rebirth #1. I'm going to get that. I'm going to read the shit out of that. I really want to check out the Justice League. So those are the ones that we're probably going to be talking about come next episode. So I think that's it, right, man? Anything else?
Yeah, no, that's about it to me.
It's good shit. Guys, listen, enjoy your 4th of July. If you hear this after the 4th of July, which obviously you are because this is already going to be, I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. This obviously isn't out on 4th of July, but hope you guys enjoyed your 4th of July if you're in the United States. If not, hope you had a good 4th of July anyway, just in general, as a regular day of your life. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Get in contact with us. Let us know what's going on in your lives and what shit you like. And also, let us know what you think we should read next. That's not one of the big two. Let us know if there's some good shit out there. Anything that's different that we'd like. So
the weirdest shit you got.
Weirdest shit you got, exactly. Yeah, like Champions #60. Go search that and see what that looks like.
I want to read Saga.
Yeah, I got to read 100 Bullets too. I got to get into
100
that
Bullets.
shit.
I want to read and Saga because there's like this dude with antlers and this girl that's like really hot and they like bang in like every issue.
And bang. Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
And it's like vivid, like the shit that they say, like. That's cool. Like I never read a comic with vivid sex scenes in it. I gotta see what this is like.
Saga. I just looked it up. It looks pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy. Okay, so we might have to check out some fucking Saga. Look at that shit.
Yeah, without doubts. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you again, and we will be seeing you next time. So thanks, guys, and enjoy your life. Peace out.
Adios.